There's been a lot of talk about gaming journalists lately, things like reviews being written to get more clicks and boost ad revenue, or journalists pushing their own personal and private agendas out into the public this way, just general scumbag behavior that you see on the internet practically daily. No wonder that people are flocking more to their favorite influencer or YouTuber to get the news and opinions that they actually care about. A lot of the Silent Hill fans I've known growing up have kinda been really opinionated, to say the least. Which is fine, nothing wrong against that. It's just a lot of them are really, hefty on it. And with that thought in mind, I decided, okay, let's read this post and see what they're actually saying here. I thought that maybe I could use this piece to make a video about fanatical behavior amongst certain communities. It's something that I've always wanted to implement on this channel, but haven't got around to actually doing yet. And let's be real, this dude calls this person a fart face right there in the opening, and once you bring out the F word, it's getting pretty serious. After reading the article, I found something a lot more interesting to make a video on. Clowning on this absolute slam piece of a review. Now, opinions are a lot like criminal offenses. Perpetrators are considered valid until proven goofy in the court of my mind, and I wanted to give this review a fair shake. It's what I would want if the roles were reversed here, and I figured, why not? Let's give it a go. Now, I would have loved to read an honest negative review from a gamer's standpoint. Even some of the streamers I watched who really enjoyed the game were really open and honest about the bad parts of it. It can't always be a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, especially coming from Konami, so, makes sense. And all gaming reviews should honestly be taken with a grain of salt. That's just how things work. I think that every Silent Hill game I've played so far has had flaws for sure, but this freelance writer goes a little overboard with his opinions, and I think it actually comes off as pretty damn comical. They claim that the puzzles and systems are a bit dated, which honestly, I think that's what the developers were going for here, trying to get that old school feel to it, the way it was back in the day. And the puzzle in question that he uses as an example in the review, I actually expect out of, Silent Hill 2. No, this fits perfectly. This is how the game works. They also admit to not playing the original Silent Hill 2, and they make a quip about how the Resident Evil series is remakeable and great, whereas the Silent Hill series is not. Which doesn't make any damn sense to me from that point, because what? Comparing the two is like comparing a coconut to a kumquat, essentially. It just doesn't work out that way. It almost seems as if the journalist came into this game expecting a Resident Evil clone. You can't give a Call of Duty player a copy of Hello Kitty Island Adventure and expect a fair and unbiased review there. The writer doubles down on his bozo moves by berating the game at every possible turn. Let's take a look at the article ourselves, shall we? Keep in mind that this is the author of such riveting articles as I Had My Birthday Party in Modern Warfare 2, an article that has since been deleted by the gaming media clowns over at Kotaku, but you can read the first paragraph of it still, which is just as snarky and sarcastic as all of this guy's writing is, I've come to find out, as well as What's Wrong with Eating People, which is an article about animal cloning technology for agricultural reasons, where he talks more about cloning and eating your loved ones rather than farm animals. He brings it up any chance he can in the article, and it's a fantastically stupid read if you got a few minutes to spare. I almost want to think this is a troll author selling articles to any publication that'll actually buy them, because I find it really hard to believe that somebody loved Top Gun Maverick as much as this dude. He slobs all over Tom Cruise's knob rather than getting to the point of the article, which was a hit piece about how video game remakes are actually going to kill their original franchises. Article's starting to make a little too much sense now. Check out what he says here, for example. The sexualized monstrosities roaming the streets, meanwhile, suggest James is a man living life with incognito browsing set to default. The not-quite zombies start out as giggling, acid-vomiting sacks of giblets and oh my god, I can't even read through this. The not-quite zombies start out as giggling, acid-vomiting sacks of giblets in thongs and platform heels, and then evolve putridly through different archetypes of female sexiness until pairs of thighs in stockings are chasing James across the ceiling and hooting like howler monkeys. Guys, are you fucking serious? He goes on to say that Silent Hill 2 isn't a graphically pretty game. To the developer's credit, the game now looks 10 years old rather than 20. But the monsters get special mention for being as stuck in the past as James is. Guys, The Guardian actually let this person's review up on their page. It's up right now. They were cool with this. They're like, it's fine. Just hit piece, slam piece on one of the biggest video games of the year. Yeah, fuck them. Most anticipated? Nah, who the fuck cares? So that cut was about a week and a half ago when my lunch had arrived and I stopped to eat and it just spiraled out of control from there. Just poor choices and really bad timing came into a pretty rough week. But I'm back at my desk and it's time to finish this video off. To kind of get to the point here, The Guardian released this freelance novels review, which is obviously one of the lowest rated reviews for this video game on the internet. So it's pretty safe to say that they planned this whole thing out. They waited until the game reached critical acclaim and high rates of internet clicks, and then they decided to just go ahead and drop this slander piece that they picked up from a freelancer who writing under the name Rich Wordsworth. At first, I thought Rich Wordsworth was a pen name for somebody who just wanted to write these kind of weird, terribly comedic styled articles. And I just thought that, yeah, it's an alias, right? Like, there's no way this is an actual person. And then I found his website and his Twitter and his other mentions in media. And it's just like, oh, this might actually be a real person. And if it is,
Are you serious?
even though he wrote it, it's really not Rich's fault that this article came out. He could have easily put this out in a blog post or, any kind of writing out on the internet. It's the editors over at The Guardian who decided for their news publication, let's put out a review that is so terribly different from every other review on the internet at the peak time of the game's popularity, and we will get the clicks. And guys, it did. One Redditor even decided to fix the review themselves by doing this little Photoshop here, and it's actually pretty damn funny. I chuckled a bit. I just thought it's a really goofy piece of writing, as well as a lot of his pieces of writing are. Just slandering the game is kind of shit, dude. I haven't played it myself, but realistically, it looks great. Is it gonna be my 10 out of 10 game of the year? Absolutely fucking not. But I can't wait to go down and play it for myself because overall it's looking really positive from a community standpoint as well as a critic standpoint. This little standout here just brought clicks into the site. It gave them ad revenue. It gave them the numbers that they can use for leverage and whatever the fuck they want to use it for. The clicks are the clicks. Like, it is what it is. After all, it's got some Reddit posts made out of it, and it even got a YouTube video made out of it. That's me. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that to attention. I thought it was goofy and funny as shit. I hope you guys liked the video. You're probably going to see a lot more just really quick, thrown in your face videos because I had a bit of an accident over the last week and a half and life's been kind of rough. So I've decided to triple down and just push content. So you're going to see a lot of stuff. A lot of it might not make sense in the moment, but I got a lot of really great stuff, anime reviews, THC videos, more one-on-ones like this, and that kind of goofy stuff. If you like it, stick around, subscribe. Really appreciate having you here. At the end of the day, love it or hate it, I want to congratulate Bloober Team on a successful release. As somebody who genuinely enjoyed playing through the medium, I'm really excited to see what Bloober Team has done with the game, and I look forward to playing through it when I'm able to. That said, go watch more anime, and thanks for watching.